Hello and welcome to another video update from Mission Projects International. My name is Nathan Clark, and with me today are Cody Francis and Steve Rawlings. Steve's a new member of the Mission Projects International team. He's our office manager and has also been helping out with another mission trip. And Cody and Steve just returned from the Democratic Republic of Congo. We've traveled there a couple of times before, looking at the exciting work that the Lord is doing there. But just coming for the first time from Congo, Steve, what was your first impression of Congo?
Well, it was different from I've been in several countries, and this one seemed the least developed from the other countries that I've visited. And so I was a little different in that some of the areas didn't have power, and transportation was very difficult. There was not too many times that you could even find a taxi to get to one place to another. And so it was kind of a adventure to be able to survive through the day and get from one village to the next. And so it was a really neat experience, and I really enjoyed the people. I think I would probably like to go back there, and found it to be better than some of the other countries I've been in, actually.
How would you describe it for somebody who hasn't been there before? What's it look like if you go out into the countryside?
We only were in two bigger cities. One was the capital city, Kinshasa, and it was very large. I don't know how many millions live there, but it's very dirty and crowded. And so once we flew out of that and got into the interior of the country more, the landscape was very green. There's a lot of tall grass, and they call it bush, but it's more like rolling hills of tall grass. And a lot of times the villages are set up on the top of a hill, and then down below will be a river, and that's their water source. And so down by the water there's lots of trees and wildlife, and you have the feel of a jungle, and it was really different. I haven't really been in a jungle setting like that. And the water is you can't see into it, so you're not sure what you might find if you were to step into it. So we did an adventure into the water, but it was really a neat time.
What's it like to eat there, and what are sleeping arrangements like?
Well, once we got to the villages, it's I guess the Bible worker had arranged to have a house built for us. Each time we arrived, there was a hut built, and they usually amounted to I don't know, it was 30 feet by 12 feet and divided into three parts. So we would, the Kasongo and his wife would sleep on one side, and we'd sleep on the other side, and then in the center we had a table to eat at. And Kasongo's wife and his daughter-in-law came along to cook us food, and they had bought for us, their local food is cassava root. They ground it up and add water, and it turns into kind of a Play-Doh, sticky consistency that they call fufu. And I said fufu too, and I didn't even want to taste it. It didn't appeal to me. So we
Me either, by the way.
Yeah, so the Kasongo in the big city was able to buy beans and rice. And so for the 14 or 15 days we were there, 14 days, maybe 13 days, we had beans and rice 2 or 3 times a day. And that was fine for the first 6 or 7 days, and then that was even a challenge. But there were a lot of fruit. As we walked through the village, we saw avocado trees and pineapples and mangoes and bananas. And so there was, some of these were available. We had pineapples and bananas and avocados available.
I appreciate those more.
So they were really good. Yeah, the avocado and the beans and the rice was very good. So the beds, they had like a 4-inch slab of foam that they put on a...
That was special for us. Normally they wouldn't have that.
Oh, okay. Well, we had a nice bed. It was really good. Their bed, without the foam, is they stick 4 poles into the ground that have a fork on the end of it.
Yeah.
And then they run a pole across that. And then they run some more slats across that, and they lay a bamboo shade across it. And that's what they sleep on. And it would have been a little hard for me probably, but I guess it's okay for them. But the beds were long enough. I found that we were the taller people in this area, and so the beds were long enough for us, and it was comfortable.
It helped having our mosquito nets.
Yeah, and we did have a mosquito net, which we could hear the mosquitoes, but the security of inside that net made it easy to sleep.
Well, it's definitely a different experience to go there.